I want to be playful. And you say, oh my gosh, I gotta be in the right place. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like all creation. Yeah, it's all creation. Ah, it's so powerful.
It's like he said, it's synchronicity, or what is it called?
Yeah, the synchronicity. I love that. Yes. Right? Yeah. There's so much clarity here. Oh, it's so much clarity. And I think Craig mentioned, because he said to Sandel, Sandel said that was in me, because Craig said, yeah, that was something that I, could resonate, like really like feel, because she actually, had it in her. She had it in her. And then when Craig said something, and she said, yeah. And he said, yeah. Because you see how that comes out. Yeah. How it comes out. Yeah. And then it connects to another. Yeah. And that's where you really know that you are one, because I think she also said one mind yesterday. I like that, because that's what it is. It's one mind. So when you get to that place, when you realize this is all one mind, yeah, and it's you in another, you go, okay, let's celebrate you now and see what's going on here, because this is so much fun that it's actually can be quite mind-blowing. But it's like, really? That's it. That's it.
We are all one, just in different bodies.
Yes, 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 yes. And the things that you admire in others, they're in you. And the things that you don't like are also in you. How do you like that one? Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So then you have to ask the question, what is that? That is just not coming in agreement with me. I'm not feeling it. You got to ask yourself, what are you feeling? And you wait, and it comes up. You say, oh, okay. Yeah, isn't it, hey? Yeah. So I'm just really right now, I'm just blown away what's come up. It's just amazing. It is so amazing. And yes, this is exciting. It is exciting. I got to tell you, this is exciting. Hey, Alison. Did you hear the words of the day, Alison? Is she there? Yes, she is. Oh my God, it's so good. Yeah. That was a burst of pure bliss right now. I felt it. This is blissful.
That was the first word I was feeling. That was bliss.
There was bliss. I'm telling you, this is bliss. I'm so happy right now for you, because it's true. It is bliss here, man. It's blissful. It's this like epic. This is the new baby girl. This is the new baby boy. Oh yes, yes. Just like Craig's word yesterday, renew. Yeah. It's all renewed. Yeah. Yeah, I tell you. Yeah. 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 It is. It really is. Beautiful hair. It's a lot of yeah. Thank you.
We're getting so aligned with each other.
Yeah. The meaning of life.
Yeah, the other people here are taking the words right out of one's mouth.
Purpose. You know what? What's come up, and I have to say what's coming up now. Life can change on you, hey? Just like that. Just like that. Can set you back. But you know what? When you have purpose, that purpose takes you through it. You may be changed, it may be changed, it may be changed, but that purpose. If you want to serve, that's your purpose. If you want to serve and that's your purpose, change is going to come. But it doesn't stop you from serving people. How do you like that one? That spoke to me now.
Afternoon, Chi.
Chi, hi Chi.
Yeah. Hello, Nikki. Hello, everyone.
Good morning, Alison. Welcome.
Yes, welcome, Alison and Chi. Oh, heartfelt momentum. Oh my God. Heartfelt momentum. Can you now hold that word? Wow, I love that. I love that. Hi, everybody. She can't talk. I don't think she can talk. She's typing. She's typing in the chat box. Alice in Wonderland. Alison in Wonderland. She's typing, my dear. She's typing for us. The land of plenty. Oh my God. Wisdom. So much wisdom. So much wisdom. Heartfelt momentum. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. I'm loving our words today. Jesse, I'm just loving it. I just want to read it again. Persistent, consistency, and play. See, did you hear that? Those are the words that we have spoken.
And heartfelt momentum.
And oh God, forgive me. Yeah, heartfelt momentum. I didn't. Yeah. Alison one. Thank you. Yeah, I really feel like I'm playing now. Yeah, I'm playing. Yeah, that's the present moment right now. Whoever wants to play, let's go. Let's play. Let's explore. Let's discover. Resolve. Overcome. Just being it. Living it, breathing it, experiencing it right now. This is it.
It's what life is all about.
Yeah, I'm just I'm just
experience.
And I'm good. Yeah, isn't it? I'm glad we have tools, that we can breathe through this, because sometimes it can be, you got to breathe. No, honestly, like, when you get so excited, just breathe. Like, I got to breathe now. Yeah, I actually have to tell myself, breathe, because, when this body of yours just takes the vibe and you just go, no, like, this is just love, like right through from the top of my head to the soles of my feet, it's oozing out, like, whoa. And you just got to breathe through it and just say, yes, thank you. I receive it. Creating. There was a burst of this, what did she say? Blissing as I came in. Alison says there was a burst. Okay, this is so cute, because you got to understand, it's like she's coming in, she don't know nothing, and she just heard this. She heard this. She said there was a burst of blissing as I came in, like bliss, blissing, like a lot of blissing, a lot of bliss happening. To use our word, blessing, blessing, bless,
Yeah.
Isn't that cute? How she comes in, she picks up the vibe, picked up our vibe, picked up the energy. She likes it. Yeah, she could feel it. Yeah, she felt the blessing, the bliss. She felt the bliss, eh? Yeah. I'm sorry I'm repeating this, because it's just nice to repeat it. It's just nice, You get into it when you get into repeating something, you know. Repetition is a good thing. Oh, here she comes more. Blessing and blessings. You see, this is it. Like, this is what you want. This is what you're choosing, right? Yeah, right now. She's saying, she's speaking now. Blessings. Blessing. Yeah. She likes blessing and blessings. Quite right, Nikki. That's right, girl. That's right. That's right. You see how nice this is. Yeah. So this is just, it's fun. Yeah, this is fun. And you must understand, this is what she's feeling right now. You know, this is what she's feeling. This is what she's feeling, you know, what we giving to her. She's feeling it. She's experiencing it. She's writing in the chat box. She's explaining herself to us. We're having interaction with a very powerful conscious creator here. Yeah. We are here with pure divine, like pure gift. Yeah. This is a gift. We're talking about our gifts. This is a gift, right? Yeah. Yeah, we all gifts, but this is a gift that we give to each other. Isn't that just profound? Isn't it? Isn't it?
That blissful emotion.
What you say?
We're sharing that blissful emotion.
Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it just fun? Yeah. Like who doesn't want to connect like this? I want to connect like this. I want to connect, and I am connecting. You see, I'm not wishing it. I am ready in it. What a good feeling that is. Yeah. So I like that. I like that. What she likes that too. She's liking it. She's liking it.
Like it.
What Anne, say again?
And who wouldn't like it?
Who wouldn't like it, man? Come. There's more bliss here, baby. More bliss, more blessings. Yeah, I love that. I love that. I just wanted to share that. It's just very cute. Oh, that was cute. That was nice. Thank you. It was a little, yeah. Thank you. Okay. Very exciting.
and Chi's word of unconditional love. Persistency, persisting. Unconditional love. Consistency. Unconditional love. Playful. Heartfelt momentum.
If I may say, the words of the day. Wow. This is alignment. If you want, like, yeah, this is alignment, right? Yeah. Mm. Thoughts into things, right? Yeah. Mm. You know, thoughts into things. Mm. How you want to feel, you know, that feeling of when I said this morning, you know. Yeah, and this is just so much in alignment. It's so beautiful, the persistent, the consistency, the playful, the heartful momentum, unconditional love. It's almost like it's just too good to be true. You know what I mean? It's like so good to be true. It's so good. It's too good. It's too good. But it's just what it is. So just take the good, babies. Just take the good, man. Just fill yourself up with this. It's amazing. I'm so happy right now. Oh, and when I said about repetition, it's not about repeating, but it is. You know, you got to sometimes repeat, so the body really registers and says, "I've got this now." You know, to get into a habit, into all this fasting and all these things, it's all about repetition. It's just repetition. Train your body, just train your body, train it. You know. Mm. And then all the hard work that you've trained your whole life for this moment. And then you get to be here in this moment saying it was all worth it. It wasn't, yeah, it's just like, yeah, when you can really feel it now. Yeah. And yeah, it relates to music because music does speak to me. So it's music to my ears. It gives me so much energy. It gives me so much life. It gives me so much, yeah. Just it makes all the just yeah. Just it's just beautiful, you know. Olympics, you have to train for 4 years. You work so hard and train so hard for that one day to perform it, to show up. Yeah, and they go back and they go back and they go back and they go back till they succeed. They didn't give up. They just kept going, coming back, coming back, coming back. Mm. Mm.
So how did the World Cup go?
It hasn't. Listen, you're getting me now really excited with this rugby. Hey, I'm telling you. So next week is another game for us. So we have to win. We have to win, and then there's another two other games, two or three other games still, and then we are in now the third final. You know what I mean? We still in, so we got the chance to play, actually, like the other team. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Mm. Mm. That's the rugby. Training is like sculpting. Yeah. Sculpting is a new body consciousness. Yo. Here it comes. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. Gently and slowly and quietly, here it comes. So persistence, steadfasting, playing in the cosmos, co-creates more. Okay, bring it. Do you know what I'm saying? Do not take this lightly, okay? Or do take it lightly. I'm just taking it with the giggles. Yes, with the giggles, but I'm taking this all in today. I'm not letting anyone stop me. No. No one's telling me anymore. This is me, baby. This is me, what I want to experience. You know what I mean? If I'm too much for you, then find somebody else. Go find someone else. But right now, I'm gonna like bring it and enjoy everything now, because this is where and what I've created. This is my creation. I don't come here with a problem. I come here with creating resolution, fly high in the sky. with all our dragons and with all our amazing human beings around us that are just wanting to just take off and say, yeah, let's go, baby. We got some work to do. Yeah, because it takes a little work, but we're not scared of work, baby. We're not scared of work. We got this. Yes. Yeah, man. I'm just letting it down. I'm letting the curtains down. Now the curtains are down. There's no more curtains. I'm letting you see. I'm letting you come behind the veil. I'm gonna let you come in. Yeah, I'm gonna let you come in. Yeah, I'm gonna let you come in. I'm gonna let you experience a little bit of realness. What's real? What is real? What is now? What is real power? Yeah, this is it. So let me tell you. I tell you, we're on something here, because that was Alison. Training is like sculpting. Listen to that. That's gold medal there, darling. You got a gold medal around your neck right there, right now. We're all
artists.
We are all artists, baby. And I'm saying baby because it's just baby. It's so good. Baby's just working for me right now. Baby. It's just get it like a baby. Get it like a baby. Like you just want this, man. You want this. And then it says sculpting a new body consciousness. Did you hear that? No, words, yeah, are just pure creation, yeah, my dear. It doesn't get better than this. Sculpting a new body consciousness. Oh, I'll just leave it there. I'll just leave it there. Thank you. I'll just leave it there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Alison. Thank you for that. Yeah, beautiful. And she likes my giggles. She likes her giggle. She says and giggles.
Who doesn't? It's really uplifting.
Yeah. She says co-creation co-creates more unconditional love. Oh, do you feel that one? There it is in words. These are in words, and I'm feeling it. She's saying the word, and I'm feeling it. And now it's explosive. Now it becomes magic. This is magic. Right here. Co-creates more unconditional love. Co-creates more unconditional love. Oof, I agree with that. I know that. See, I don't need to agree with it. I know it. My body tells me. It's like instant. Yes. And sometimes you don't know the words, but the words will come up. The words are going to come, my dear. And the words have come. You couldn't be more in alignment. You want to know if you're in alignment, you just got to know what your words are, and knowing that how you want to feel with those words, like that right now with these words of the day. Whew. I'm very grateful. Okay, here's another one. Here she comes. I love you. Thank you for this. Don't forget that we get this from the silence, yes, of love and compassion. I hear you. Thank you. I love you. Kisses. Yeah.
Just to think about what you want for today. Did you make a list of outcomes like me? Or a feeling of those outcomes?
I'm already getting it. Getting to share the joy.
Mm-hmm. That's right. The power is in the feeling, not the list. The heartfelt momentum is in the feeling rather than the checklist, the have-tos. Even though there are have-tos to do.
The have-tos are often repeating. Go shopping, do the laundry, wake up, go to bed, brush your teeth.
Yeah. Mine are as I go, this outcome. I need this to go that way. As if controlling it and expecting it. Limiting it rather than the outcomes. It's like squeezing those outcomes tighter and tighter. Taking away the space, the breath, the opportunity, the space there is. So I choose space, playful space. Effective space. New space. Then we can ask, what do we want tomorrow? Want, desire, love to experience, create. How would you love to create tomorrow? If it's a list of things, outcomes, what feelings will those outcomes give you? That's the shortcut to align to those feelings now. Loosely holding on to the outcomes so that they can appear anyway. And the tighter pressures are, the harder it is to stay there. Now stretch it to the end of the week. Expecting those to happen the way you want it. Notice the objections. Why not? Go out to Friday having all that you want. All that's possible for the week.
Good morning, Craig.
Morning.
Good morning, Craig. Welcome.
Good morning, Craig.
That's what we're swimming in this morning, Craig.
Yeah.
Just
Go ahead, Jesse.
those are the words that we're swimming in, and we were just out at Friday at the end of the week looking back. What do we want at the end? What do we feel there? Just stretching the tension and looking back to the now. Creating the tension, the momentum, the heartfelt momentum. To the desires of our hearts, rather than the checklist or the outcomes that we expect to go a certain way, and frustrated when they don't go the way, or just move on to the next one.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've been feeling a little disoriented this weekend. As I'm transitioning back to Oregon.
Did you move back to Oregon, or are you planning to move back?
I'm preparing to go back.
Okay.
There we go. We're all preparing. What are we preparing for? Just to allow that openness and not fixedness, creating space as we prepare. What are you preparing for?
So what comes to mind for me, Jesse, again, is how you always remind me about intention. That word has been so useful for me. Like when you remember what your intention is, your outcomes follow.
Yes, I do.
And that's when we allow ourselves to be magnetized to what we want. And I believe to what we're here to do in our individual reflection of consciousness, which is what people often think about as their purpose.
Could you say that last sentence again, Allison, please?
I'll try. So in our individual reflection, when we keep intention, then we allow the magnetizing towards I've got it all mixed up now. Can't do it, sorry. It was just there. So let me try again. It will be a bit different. So as we open, I believe, to the proclivities and the waves, that's a much better word, the waves of compassion. And we remember what our intention is. Then we allow ourselves to be magnetized towards what it is that our reflection can become. And in that, our outcomes become more and more clear. But there was something that I was able to verbalize before in terms of what our purpose is. And I think we've said it so often here before. Our purpose is to be able to allow the gifts and the genius that we each are, to be able to allow that to unfold. And people often are stuck with not being able to define what their purpose is. And I often think that we have it the wrong way around. If we go for the compassion, our purpose gets revealed. Because when we go for the compassion, we're in the light. And that's where we find our reflection, because we know what we resonate with instinctively. And ultimately, of course, the purpose is to break through, right? All of that. And really just have a body of bliss, which is that Kundalini experience. But it's a sustained experience. It's not a one time or 2 time or 3 time. And we get carried there by the silence and the compassion and the love. But we need words. Which is, I guess, again, it's the alignment, right? Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Allison.
All the words are what comes before the creation. Just like in the Bible said, let there be light, and there was light. The words always come first. And sometimes we don't have the words, and we get the words from being aligned with others, like here.
sometimes we'll get the words that are not aligned, that are unaligned, misaligned.
It's a little confusing.
Thinking that'll give us what we want.
Until
but Heinz didn't say that. I just wanted to correct that, because Heinz didn't say that. Heinz said that with Alison saying the word, we need words as much as we're feeling, but we need the words to line up with what we're feeling. Because you are speaking that's speaking into your life. But what Heinz is actually saying there is that we need the words also to align. So when others are alignment with what they're saying, it makes you in alignment also, because sometimes you don't have the words. So that's why what came to me is what I was feeling, but I had words that I said to myself, but it came into alignment when the words were spoken back to me now. Because all the words that is spoken now, I spoke it into me. So when I came on, I heard the word spoken back to me. And that's why it could be registered in my body, that I can receive that as a new, because that's what I am, that's who I am. And that's alignment. When you know that you know, and then it comes out actually allowing you to experience it in another form, that you can say, right, now I'm in alignment, that now this is a confirmation. And all those feelings that you're feeling, that is a high vibration, is allowing you then to follow through with your energy. And that's who we are right now. We're all energy.
So, Nikki, thank you for that.
Yes.
And
I'm thanking myself, actually.
And what I heard was that Jessie was adding to what also can happen. That we can at times have words that don't align. And then what
does that mean? What does that mean?
Well, that's when there's a rub.
What's a rub? What are we talking about? Yeah.
So, okay, let me see if I can find.
Yeah, you'll find
example. It's, for me, it's more of a feeling that happens, but it will often, of course, it will be a feeling with a word. So you can be in a certain context, and you can be in a context like this, in silence, with all the love and compassion. And somebody will bring a word that has a rub, that has a negative charge. And so then what do you do with that? So that's what I heard with what Jessie was saying. It wasn't a contradiction to what Heinz was saying.
No, I didn't say it was a contradiction. I didn't say Jessie was doing a contradiction. I wanted explanation. There's a difference. This is not about Jessie.
Sure.
Let's just get that understanding. It's not about Jessie. Yeah, this is about, I heard something. And so this is something where I feel that, I hear what he said. I hear what was said in a concept of there is a word that doesn't come in alignment, and it does trigger someone. But then that's your trigger.
Sure.
Because you are triggered.
Of course.
Yeah? You are triggered. And so you need to go within and go into saying, why am I triggered with that word? It's not the other, And so when you have that understanding, you can breathe through it and not take it so personally.
Absolutely.
Yeah? Because that is not alignment then with you. And that's also okay. But then if it's not in alignment with you, you've got to go within yourself and ask that question. What is that? Why is that? Where is that coming from? Right? Because co-creating is all collaborating here. We need to collaborate. We need to come in that agreement. If it doesn't come in agreement of co-creating, I'm talking co-creating, when you want to make magic, when you really want to go into the real nitty of going forwards and experiencing what you want to experience. So when somebody's coming against you with something that you feel that you triggered, it's you. You need to work it out.
Of course.
Period.
Absolutely.
There's nothing else. There's nothing else.
And that
then
was
you're
his
not in
point.
alignment.
And,
Yeah.
and that was his point.
Yes,
You've
I
just
needed to
described
understand
exactly.
that.
Okay.
Yes. But it also, another thing, that's why not everything is hard. We don't have to make it hard. We
That's
don't
right.
have to even come in agreement with other people. We can disagree to agree because we are different.
That's
We're
right.
different. We're living different realities here. We're
agree.
different. We're all together. We're all one, but we're all living different realities. And so with this understanding, it's going to be there's going to be conflict as such. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
I mean, live in New York. New York, they say people are very this, people are very that. But actually, people are very nice here, very kind, very polite. You ask for direction, they'll give you directions. But if you don't know their mannerisms and you don't know the beat of the city, it's going to be overwhelming. You're going to think these people don't care. They care. And I have to shout that out. I've been living here for 19 years. New York is an amazing place to live. It is amazing people, the culture, everything. There's so much to do here. It is just explosive. But that doesn't mean when somebody comes from another country and they come here and they feel, oh, they're so this and they're so that. It's because the mannerisms, you understand? It's not familiar. That's the thing. It's not familiar.
Yeah.
It's unfamiliar. So when you're in an atmosphere that's unfamiliar, immediately you're going to have your guard up.
Yeah.
It's a natural instinct as a person to put their guard up and say, wait a minute, I got to protect myself here. Yeah. It's a natural instinct. I see it on a daily basis with people. They come in a certain room and you can just see their guard is up. You can see it.
So can I ask you
feel
something?
that? Can you feel that? Do you understand that?
I think
what I'm saying?
I think I do. So can I ask you something?
Yes.
Can you see how the theme of what Jesse brought is exactly what you're talking about when you talk about a newcomer being in a new environment?
Very much so. Yeah. Yes. But you see, Alison, I have to say something here. Imagine the best case scenario for all situations. Your mind will start attracting solutions.
That's right. There you go, as you would say.
And I would like to repeat that because I'm going to repeat it to myself. Imagine the best case scenario for all situations. Your mind will start attracting solutions.
Exactly.
You and I are the solution. Do you know that? Do you know that?
I'm not sure that I know it, but
I'm telling you, I know it. I know it. I've been long enough on this earth. I know it. And when I reach a soul like you, trust me. Trust me. Because you see how I can progress and grow. I don't have a degree in psychology, yeah? Okay, I'm not a therapist like you, yeah? I am a South African, yeah. Thank you very much. I am a mother, yeah. And I'm pure consciousness, yeah. And I'm a creator, yeah. And I tap into your energy. So when I am with you, I am all and everything that I admire. You are not me and I'm not you, but I am.
And that's what the strength of community is.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And for me to be in an environment with people like this, because this takes people, hey? It takes people. And I had to isolate myself. I had to be in solitude for years. I'm not joking. And now I realize the importance of this.
Yeah.
Because I had to get away from toxic, very dysfunctional, no going nowhere, problem
Mm.
orientation. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Just so uncomfortable to be in that it's almost like, oh, what am I doing here? I feel like I'm gonna get sick. I got to get out of here, you know? Just conversation, even just the conversation. It was like, wow, it was too dense. It was hard to be around. So I had to understand that God had to put me in a place of real silence. See, I've been in silence for a long time.
Mm.
This is not here that I'm just having silence. I've been in silence my whole life. But most importantly, the time when I came to New York, I had to get into silence. I had to be by myself. I many days, many weekends, many parties, many things that were, all for the taking. Invitations. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. It was very hard for me. But boy, I knew this something good's gonna come out of this. I don't know, but something good's gonna come out of this. And so here I am. Here I am. There's no time and space. Here I am. And when you get to create that, and then you realize, okay.
And then we welcome Sandrell.
And then we welcome Sandrell.
Good morning, welcome Sandrell.
That's how we do it here. We just go with the flow, baby. We just take the punches, but we take the flow too. We take the punches and we take the flow. It's beautiful because this is what fire and water and air and everything that is bringing into the element of now bringing, because there's some that's got fire, there's some that got water, there's some that's got air, there's some of earth. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can label all of you now. Which one you are, because for me that's what's happening. It's beautiful. It's pure nature. It's pure essence. It's pure beauty. It's passion. It's so incredible. Even when you have to stand up to someone and you think, is it strong enough to stand up with me? Yeah. Well, is it strong enough to hold me tight now? Go, okay, I'm not gonna like fight with you. I just need to know, you know. And now I know. And all and everything that I was curious about has come into a whole new experience, and I'm experiencing now, right now, all new. It's all new. I know it doesn't make sense for everybody, but it's going to make sense. It will come. It will come. You'll see. But this is all new now. This is new. New experience, new you. New me, isn't it? And that's it.
New magnet.
We're magnets. It's a magnet. It's like, it's so like, oh, you just go, no, I want to connect to that, man. This is what I want to connect to, you know? Yeah. And I wonder how people are going to come on the session today because it's Monday. I wondered who's going to come. And that was Sandrell. Sandrell came up for me this morning. I went, yeah, maybe she's busy today. No, my dear, it's a magnet. The right, everything is just perfectly divine, ordered, boom. Because you just know. You just know, baby.
Sorry, you talked about it being a Monday, and I have to go. That
what a pity. What a pity.
I know, but for me, it's Thanksgiving Day here in Canada.
Oh, thank you. Listen, thank you, Alison.
Yeah,
thank you, Alison. Blissful bliss.
Yeah,
that's what you are.
Happy Thanksgiving to all these Canucks, right?
Yes.
We love you. We love you, Alison Wonderland. The land of plenty.
Thanksgiving, Alison.
I love you, Alison.
You're very welcome.
I'm gonna miss you.
Nikki,
I'm gonna miss you. Yes.
Okay, so what I wanted to say was that I had the same kind of wonderings that you had, Nikki, with it being a Monday.
Yes,
And
please.
what I noticed for myself was that the definition of what day it was already forms a platform of something for me
Oh my gosh.
in my mind.
Amen.
And,
Thank you.
and I mean, you know, we all know that we feel different on a Saturday to what we do on a Monday. But I just found it so interesting for me that it's been
Thank you.
highlighted, you know, so.
Yes. Yes.
And then even with Thanksgiving, there's I mean, my daughter's in her late 20s now. So for her, she doesn't resonate with Thanksgiving because for her generation, it's a colonial day.
Ah,
So
interesting.
it has a completely different vibration for her.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's just so interesting again, you know, how those, as Jessie was saying, what happens when a word comes up?
Yes, I hear
In the
that.
space of love. And then what do you do with it? And you gave a good description of what you need to do with it.
Well, I just needed to have understanding because it was a deep question. And I really felt that question when you said it, because I thought, oh, what's that? Because it was hard to articulate. It was hard to understand, like right at that moment, like, oh, what's that? How can I put it into words? And then the words came. You understand? It's so powerful. So now that I have the understanding, but can I just say, I know you're going to go, but I just want to say one thing. I know I overspoke you. But you know, sometimes you're just so mushy and kissy, and I just want to like kiss your cheeks. I want to kiss her cheeks. But like, what I want to say is this: I really gonna miss you today. Yeah, I'm gonna really miss you today, and I want to say I'm gonna miss you because I know you were on the call, but I'm like now you have to go. I really want to say thank you for coming, but also most important, thanks for speaking to me on the chat box. Yeah,
Thank you too.
You gave me words of pearls of wisdom there, baby girl. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I love you.
Thank you, Nikki. So
and I want to say happy Thanksgiving as you
thank you, Sandra.
As what it means to you.
Yes.
And before you go, I just want to share an inspiration that I have.
Yes.
Just since getting on the line. So I want to say good morning, good afternoon, and even good night. What's true for you? I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, beautiful souls that have gathered here. The universe, it's seeing you and it's watching you play, and it's appreciating everything that you give all along the way. The hiccups and the soaring and the sitting down to think, the words that come up from you that have resonated in your bank. The universe appreciates the Nikki, Hines, and Craig, the Cheetah, Allison, the Jessie, all those things that swirl in your soulful head. The popcorn, ecstatic electricity that Nikki sparks with us, and the grounding of solitude that is heard in Hines is still a must. As Craig opens up the electrical outlets beam, they can't wait to see the light that it will beam. Chi, the energy, the giver source concerted to give each one of us more than we could have converted. Allison remembering and harnessing angel times, blessing us continually and all in us that comes up divine, and hosted by the Jessie, guardian of the space, the one who offers us tenderness with bricks and even lace. So here we are, we gather, and we depart, we too, to be the magic in the air that comes from me and you. Blessings unto you, Allison. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving day. Peace.
Oh,
Thank you.
wow.
Sometimes that was me.
You know, God is good. Yeah. My God. I got to tell you, I've never, I listen, well, your words, oh, you're an artist, that's for sure. There's no question. I admire that. Oh my goodness. I admire this art in you. It is, wow. It is like, I just want to say thank you, Sandra. Wow. I will treasure you. I will treasure this moment. I will treasure these words. I will write this on the table of my heart. I get to say thank you today for you. Thank you for you. And thank you for this message because it's so powerful and it's divine and it's God in you.
Mm.
And I bow down to you. I bow down to you. I honor you. I honor you. I honor your greatness. I honor your love, your wisdom, your magnificence,
Sandra,
your
for me,
beauty. So much beauty. So much beauty.
Sandra, for me, you really are what my
Compassionate.
teacher used to say that we all are the essence of beauty.
Oh, Lord, thank you.
Thank you so much. That was
Thank you.
exquisite.
That was
Have a great
such
day,
epic.
everybody.
But I love you,
guys.
Anderson.
Bye, Allison.
Let's stay, my lovely. Stay.
You are a gift. This is a gift that is just so organically in you. And what you said yesterday, I mentioned it earlier today, that when you and Craig were talking, you said you had it in you. And then Craig said it. And Craig said, no, that's what he was going to say, or something to this effect. And you said, no, that was actually in me. So, yeah. So it wasn't really much of a surprise, but it should have been because it was a surprise to Craig. And it was definitely something that I said, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, yes. Thank you. This is really happening. I'm
It's
actually
happening
like,
now, baby.
it is happening in this now moment. And, you know, there's so much like compassion. This compassion comes up for me that when you read, it was like so much compassion there. There was so much compassion. And it's like, wow, to be able to hear you just speak it in your language and the way you say it, only you can say it like that, you know? Only you can say it like that, only you. And it was so original and so wow, that was that was yeah, that
No,
was just
it's
beautiful.
what you all give me. I just
Yeah,
express what you give me.
yeah, yeah,
And
this is an
and
honor. This is an honor.
It shows
Yeah.
what we really talked about earlier, the power of words.
Oh,
How
the power
powerful
of
words
words.
can be.
Oh, it's vibrating through my whole body right now. Like nothing can stop me now today. I just have to listen to that again.
yeah.
No joke. No
So
joke.
what I was feeling is, we're all adults, but we're just
Amen.
children too. And
Amen.
sometimes a kid just wants to just curl up in its mother's arms. No words are needed, really, and mama knows, she receives it. And it's just a tender hug and embrace. And sometimes, I was feeling from the universe to give you all acknowledgement of your you-ness, not for anything expected of you or anything, and for the gifts that you just naturally just exude and share. And so I'm a part of that grouping, and that, it's the affirming, it's the beingness, it's the humanness, and it's the connecting. So I just felt like being an oracle from the universe to say, I see you, I love you, you're good. You're good,
Thank you.
just as you are.
Yeah, thank you. No, you got sent. That's what it is. And only it can be a personal thing because it's a personal. So when I say that, I say it's personal for me. So God sent. You see, this is how God speaks. This is how God speaks. God speaks to his children like this. And then he also speaks. He also speaks with a, you know, with you know, constructive. You know, sometimes he's got to take something away because he knows that's not good for you. You know. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you think you've done,
takes away.
and then Thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. This was beautifully delivered. Beautiful delivered. Beautifully. Wow. Wow. Thank you.
I had early morning chores, but I couldn't wait to get on the
I
line.
tell you, okay. So let's just breathe through this because I did say to myself, I wonder if Sadwell's going to be on because it's a Monday. It's busy today. I wonder. And boy, did I. And I didn't ask. I just said it out to the universe. I just asked the question. Yeah. And I come on and it's Heinz and Jesse and I. And then Allison came. And then she came. And then when Allison came, you came, I think, no, when somebody came together. Oh, Craig and you came together.
Oh, we did that yesterday too.
Yes. And then Jesse says, hi, Craig and Sandra. And I was saying, I wanted to say hi to Craig. And then I heard, oh, Sandra's in the house. I went, oh, yeah. So that brings giggles because it's almost like, yes, she's here. It's like, it's so beautiful to have the urge, the desire, the wonder, the feeling of that. And then you get to be here. Like right here. You're here with me and us. We're here together. Like I hear you. Yeah, you're not in my head anymore. You're in my heart. Right? You've opened me. You've opened my heart. Yeah?
Yes. Thank you for letting me in.
Oh, Jesus, thank you. You know, we say soul sister, we say soul, but this is soul food, hey? This is soul Southern food, baby. This is sweet potato, baby. Yes. Sweet potato and all that calling and all that beautiful foods that I like in the South, yeah.
I imagine meeting you and being down and
cornbread,
being on
baby.
42nd Street, and we're skipping down the street.
And we're eating that cornbread, baby. Homemade cornbread. Yeah. Get into it. Get into that. Tuck in. Yeah, sweet potato pie, my dear. I'll be making today sweet potato pie on the honor of you.
Oh, delicious.
And guess what? I'm gonna eat it by myself today.
Delicious.
I'm gonna take a big slice of my sweet potato pie, and I'm gonna eat it in remembrance of you.
Thank you, sweetie. Enjoy that.
You, sweetie. Yeah, this is amazing to feel this sweetie pie. That's what you are, a sweetie pie. You know, sweetie pie in South Africa, we have sweetie pies. It's chocolate.
Oh.
Yeah. Can I explain? It's a little. Oh, thank you. It is a graham cookie at the bottom, like a biscuit. Yeah. You know, like these little biscuit things, yeah. And then it's like then it's chocolate, but inside, guess what's inside?
What?
Guess what? Marshmallow. Marshmallow. Oh yeah, it's a sweet marshmallow. Yeah. And you take a bite of that. Oh my goodness. Yes, sweetie pie.
I was going to say whipped cream.
No, whipped cream.
Marshmallow's good. Marshmallow's good.
No,
I was going to say caramel.
Yeah, I'll take marshmallow.
No, but this is really something you're going to.
It's a little stickier, but what the heck?
Yeah, it's sticky. That's it. It's sticky. It's sticky. And it's delicious because the chocolate melts with the stickiness.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm.
Mm.
The
Yum,
chocolate
yum. Yeah.
melts the stickiness. Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. Negative against positive, positive against negative. Which one? Mm.
Mm.
Because negative is going to be here all the time. Let's face it. But I
Mm.
choose to be positive. Yeah.
Yeah.
With all the stickiness,
Positive
right?
with
With all this,
Oh, yeah. We work with both.
positive with
we work
negative.
with both, baby. We're going to work with both constantly. You're not going to get that out of the picture. But what we can do is this chocolate with the marshmallow stickiness. Wow, it's just this to me. This is pure creation right here, and I want more of this. I got to be honest. I want more of this. More possibilities. More of this.
Right now we created a whole candy store.
We are. Just tell me. Let's go. Mm, mm, mm.
So
Some
I
you
want
see. Yeah.
I want to share this beingness in action, and this is what I'm looking for life as now. Is you know how people go to church and then they don't really implement what they've learned, what they've experienced. And so like here is always like life application for me, how to live the ascension of this beingness in life application. And it comes in, you know, everyday things. But I could totally miss it if my consciousness was not expanding and growing. So it's the story of the car. Quick backdrop for anyone that doesn't know. My car was stolen. Um, Things worked out where I'm not in a situation where I can take on another car note, right? So it's really a choice thing. But I'm looking at my resources. And so I'm being a wise steward under the circumstances, because you don't have to naturally just do what's expected of you to do when you have a calamity to so-called fix things. So everything, the car was totaled, everything got settled with the insurance company. And of course they pay off the loan, and then whatever's left you get, right? And so I was like, I was before that, at the accident, I mean at the when they stole it, I just was not really like disturbed. I was a little inconvenienced, but I was not perturbed. Like I didn't sit in perturbment. I didn't sit in woe is me. And I was like, well, I believe God is going to give me a car without a car note. I believe that's what's going to happen. And I just like resonated on that. They say pray without wrath and doubting. And I just experienced myself saying that without any wrathing and without any doubting. It's like, I believe God is going to give me a car without a car note. Well, lo and behold, jumping over, a friend of mine said, look, I have a car. It's not in the best condition, but it's in good condition. And you can just borrow it for as long as you want until you decide what you want to do. You can save up your money until you are ready to get, to get the next thing. I was like, great. So it needed some work on it, like a tune up and some other things, some tires. And so I got it road ready and brought it up from North Carolina. So I've been going through this thing, this angst of a little angst, okay, a little wobble, and a little wobble's not bad, because when you, like you said earlier, when there's the problem, you already have an answer. It's already unfolding. And along that way, you are interacting with elements of the universe that's also precipitating other things. So sometimes you have to be places that you're called to be. And just by your being there, you have changed the atmosphere. So you had to go down that side of the road. So I've been looking for a mechanic to work on the vehicle, right? And it just was,
the options have just been like, that ain't it. That ain't it. I went one place where there was where my car had been impounded, and next to it was a garage. There was a sweet gentleman there, and we ended up speaking and talking about other things beside the car. I made the appointment and everything to take the car in, but I got sidetracked with my daughter, and I wasn't really feeling right about taking my car there, and I had to like just sit with that to let the reasons why. He had an assistant that when she was in the office, the energy changed so much. And to make it short, I was like, he is good and she is bringing negativity and actually blocking him. But I didn't get that until a few days later. That, you know, that's what was I would say vexing, for lack of a better word, but that's what the wisdom of my energy was telling me. And I think that I needed to just be in that space just to help change that atmosphere for more positivity. But it was not for me to take the place for my car to be worked on there, though I would have trusted him to do so. I didn't trust her connivings. And I couldn't, and I respected them to talk to them as if they were a couple, but I wasn't getting that connection that they really were a couple. But it's like she was more of a leech of an energy on him. And he was so oblivious to knowing that's what she was doing. And maybe he calls himself helping her, giving her a job, but she's really leeching off of him. That's what I got in my spirit. But I was not to take my car back there for me to get angled in that energy. So I didn't go there. So I went to another shop and I stopped there because they had old cars there. And I said, well, they must work on old cars. And when I walked inside, the floor was a mess. I mean, okay, for an auto shop, but the tools were in such disarray and I had to be really careful stepping around. And there was this little office behind in the corner of the inside corner of this garage. And it was pretty dismal, but I'm sure they got the work done. I mean, there was a lot of cars out there. But there was one thing that signaled to me while I was talking to him. I noticed the way he was talking, that he was hyping up the prefabrication, that this was going to cost an enormous amount, and, you know, trying to underline and subliminally set those fears in me that I might have normally or some previous time had succumbed to. But now when I feel those energies, like we talked about fear not being fear, it was just more like wisdom meeting nonsense. So I listened to him, but the final straw was he lit a cigarette while I was talking with him. And that was, you know, we were cordial, we were laughing, we were joking, and I walked up out of there with an appointment to bring my car in the next day. And when I drove away, it was just like, I had a sense of that smoke at the top of my throat. And I was like, I'm not going back there. And then I was, you know, I just said, Lord, just prayerfully lead me, show me, you know, where to go. And I was driving along the road and saw a building I never paid attention to before. I mean, it's been there since 1949. And that I made an appointment there, and that gentleman and his spirit, he had a grandson who was, you know, trying to assist him work, and he brought me a business card. And it was just it was a clean shop. It was organized. There were other cars in there, and he works on old cars. And he did not incite the inciting that the other man did to try to make me think that it's like the worst problem in the world. And I took my car there. It was a 2.5 mile walk. And I walked back. I mean, such peace. So I'm just sharing all of this to say how, you know, living in a higher resignation and of consciousness and really applying this stuff, I'm like at total peace that what's going to be is going to be, and everything is going to be all right. And this car is I'm going to actually take the car on the road this weekend to to go to my cousin's funeral, and I'll see family, and I just see peace. I just see peace, a resignation of peace going out before me, and just really satisfied that I'm honoring what comes up inside of me, and I'm able to listen to the divinity that's in me. I never recognized it at this level prior to this past year or so. It's like you can know everything that you know, but once you start flowing in the knowingness and trusting the knowingness, it's a whole different slice of sweet potato pie.
My dad had an auto shop, so you're right. The place where everything was on the floor. Just imagine how long time it takes to find the right tool when it's not in its place. You use an hour more on the car, instead of using 10 minutes to put every tool in its right place every time. It's way more costing to be in a place where the tools are just everywhere.
Thank
no water,
you.
no system.
Thank you.
And the other place with the old guy, he's done it his whole life. He knows every place for every tool, and he knows the old ways of making a car. I remember we were 3 persons who used 1.5 hours trying to get a steering wheel of a car, and my dad came and asked, how long have we been doing that? We've used the right tools and everything. He said, just sit down, pull the the wheel, and he put a piece of metal in the middle and just hit it. Out it came. That's the old ways. You don't need the new tools. They don't know how to make that shock. It's something they teach the old ways, but we forget a lot of things about doing stuff. So I said you chose exactly the right place. Someone with experience.
Amen.
And a grandson who loves to learn. That's even better.
Yeah, I loved seeing him there. He was there when I went by last week, and he was there again today. Although I don't know why. He must be being homeschooled.
The right kind of schooling.
Yeah, the schooling that actually teaches you how to live life and live in life.
And what you can use the different things for in life, because it's shown by applying it to the real life work.
Thanks, Indra. What a wonderful story. There's almost like it's supposed to go perfectly is the expectation.
But it's okay that it doesn't, that's where the magic is.
Exactly. That's the comfortable in it. That's the practice that's the practice you've been practicing to observe it, not take it personal, just observe. What is that? And doing something different than what you have always done. That's progress. That's movement. That's learning. Well, I honor that. And just saying, it's like, honoring, acknowledging the information that's there in front of you and not attaching to it as personal, as defending, as fighting for, as anything else, rather than just, what's in this?
And no need to assimilate. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have me in tears here.
Um,
Joyful tears. Joyful
You felt
tears.
the different frequencies of the two auto shops, and you're on a higher frequency, so you chose the auto store with the higher frequency.
Mm. I had such a full weekend. I went to my former place of worship. I haven't been in, I don't know, like maybe 7 or 8 years. And it took a lot for me to go, but it felt okay. I felt okay about going. And it's what you said, Jesse, about not being attached. And everything that I experienced while I was there, I was attached and not attached. I attached to what I wanted to, and I still don't think I attached, but I did experience emotions and feelings and joy and gratitude. I mean, the message was so good, and it was about she asked the question, right, and I felt like so well and confident in my answer. She said, if you could be absolutely anybody in the world, who would you be? Yeah. Give it some thought. Who would you be? And I was sitting in the back in the last row. I just sat back. I said, me, to myself. And so she played it out, how people want to be aspects of people and have the lives that people have. But when she came all to it, it was about knowing who you are. She talked about that, being that individualized expression of creation. So why would you want to be anybody other than you? Right. So she brought it back around. She did a whole exegesis thing on that piece right there. She phenomenal mind, phenomenal woman. And so I felt really good, like from the beginning, like I'm me. And all the things I've experienced, good, bad, or indifference, I'm still really thankful to be me. Because if I'm somebody else, I would miss me. I would miss this whole experience of being me. And I would not have the joy of knowing that when that question is asked, that my answer is I choose to be me. And I get to experience things and still not really attached to the outcome. Like I don't have to control what the outcomes are because time is continuously evolutionizing, it's continuously evolving. So I love being here with all of you. I love being right where I am in my life. Oh, and I've got to tell you, did we went out on Sunday to do some work in the community, and I joined them for that. And I do hand massages. They asked me to do those. And my last customer was a gentleman, tall. He must have been about 6'3". His skin was, I've got this thing of being 120, growing to at least 120, living for at least 120 years. And God just gave me, that's the spirit gave me that gift like 2 months ago to start, understanding 120. And this man was like, it was a senior citizen home, independent, semi-assisted living as needed. And he came into the forum where we were doing the the giveaways and the food and the games and everything. And he sat down at my station, and I talk to everybody that comes to my station, and just honored to be able to serve them and to give them some comfort and some relief, and just to touch people, even though I had to have gloves on and all of that. This man was the last one, dapper as a gentleman, not a player, dapper as a gentleman. And he sat down, and after some discourse, he said, "How old do you think I am?" I said, ooh, you're not going to mess with me. You're not going to mess with me like that. I said, it doesn't matter how old you are, but it's important how old you are. So he just was grinning. He says, you won't. He says, it's okay, guess. So I said, well, based on my age and based on my mother, what I know of her age, you're much younger than you look. So I have to add and subtract. I won't have to multiply. So I'm going to say you are at least more than 85. You're 85 something. I'll give you 87. And we talked some more. He didn't tell me his age for a little while. I said, okay, so now you have to truth up. How old are you? He said, I'm 91. I was like, wow, look at you. He's agile. He moves on his own accord, dresses really, well, like, because so many people in there, like their clothes are just kind of on them muffled or, because they can't handle like putting on some things, or there might be mismatched or whatever. But this man was clean as with a nine tails. Well, he was sharp. He was dapper. He was a gentleman. He spoke softly. I was like, you are something else, and I want you to know I know that. So he allowed me to do his hands and massage his hands, and my timer had went off, but the hour was coming to a close for us to all be there. And so he looked, he says, can you, because I had put lotion on his hand and then I like wiped it off. He said, can you, so it wouldn't be too much on. He said, would you mind putting more lotion on? I said, okay. So I said, do you want another 5 minutes or so? He said, yes, I would appreciate it. And so I did that, and then I finished it, and he was just so gracious. I said, I bet you have stories to tell that are still untold. I was like, wow. It's just amazing to be in the presence of people of that wisdom of that time, that has all that time on earth. And a lot was said without him even us having to communicate a lot. But I felt honored to be able to, not just him, but for everyone. I did about 15 hand massages yesterday, and I was so honored. I met people from Hungary. Some of them didn't speak English at all, but we smiled at each other. We communicated. We communicated through touch. It was an awesome day, such an honorable day. Well, thank you for letting me share.
When you do hand massages, do you do zone therapy also then?
I didn't hear hear you, Hans.
When you do the hand massages, do you do the zone therapy that's in the hands? The pressure points.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I don't know what it's called, but in Denmark it's called zone therapy. It's normally feet and hand.
Yes. Yes. So I used my knuckles to do pressure points and knowing that I was affecting, other parts of their body. And I did it prayerfully, very prayerfully. And even even making sure that I finished everything off, like grounding everything back into the matrix. So yeah. And one lady that I did in the beginning, she was sitting in my area for a little while till the line went down. And she says, can I come again? Can I come again? She says, I have relief already. Because I only had time to do her one arm. I said, oh, do you want me to do your right hand now? She says, no, do this one some more. This is good. This is good relief. I was like, okay. I was like, thank you. Thank you, Father. Let me help. Let me help heal.
Just think about as happy and blessed you feel. Think about the 15 people, how they feel. They all feel, whoa, someone who actually wanted to take care of us, who did something not for her own good, but for our good. That's being of service.
I'm so filled up. I got so much. I can't even enumerate it. I got so much. Because when we say I choose to live in my true nature and purpose. I was all in that yesterday, all just flowing in my true nature and purpose, as I am today as well.
It's beautiful. And how do you feel?
Wow. When you say I am blessed, so I could say I feel blessed. It's not enough to say that. I feel as much, if I were to dissolve into air and spread freely throughout the whole world and universe, that's how I feel. At one. This is what at one feels like.
Because you're intertwined with their energies. When you're doing it, you're giving them some of your, but you're also taking away their. And the bad energy they have in their body doesn't affect you because you just use it. And everyone who has a lot of positive energy needs the negative because you need the balance. So they're sort of giving you energy in another way while you're giving them yours.
Absolutely. And I'm getting that you need that negative energy.
Is it
to it's like putting the when somebody, when they go to resuscitate somebody and you put the pads on, go boof boof. Yep. I mean, their energy connected with mine. It was like that clicking, that contrast and that spark and that interaction, but it was harmoniousness.
Yeah, it brings a whole new level of flow in the energy, because you feel your own energy flow in, and you feel their flowing into you, and you feel your own energy leaving and relieving them.
Yes.
the trade of energy. So you're intertwined with their energy. So you're sort of 15 people in one now for a couple of days.
What comes up for me, I'm going to say this very slowly because I'm coming in slowly now. I'm really coming in this slowly because this is what light and shadow work is. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Did you say light and shadow work? Or what?
No. We've got to say this very slowly, coming in slowly now, because this is gentle. This is a very gentle. This is what light and shadow work is all about.
Yeah. Bringing one into the other.
With no shame, with no judgment, with no criticism.
And no expectations.
No expectations.
Just for
Yeah.
doing it.
This is what it's about.
Light and shadow both are simply expressions.
Amen. And I say amen because amen means so be it.
Yeah.
That's why
and
I
both.
say amen. That's why I say amen, because it's period. So be it. That's what it is. That's what it is. And I know you want it all. The big changes now. It has, if you've been dealing with much of the same for far too long, but you have to remember the most of your biggest shifts has been received. It's recent. For years, you've moved, but not much. You recently, advantagements have been momentum, yeah? It has, if you had training wheels on the entire time, but only out of fear because you've always known how to ride. But now you believe in your power and your massive breakthroughs are coming your way as a result. Massive breakthroughs are on their way now, but you believe in your power. Did you hear that? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
You believe in your power.
Yes. Yes.
And as a believer, you will always have been a believer. You haven't been anybody else than you all this time. Heart momentum, your heart, God sees. And he's very pleased with you. Very pleased with you. You have done well. You have done well. And my child, he says, my child, you have done well. I want to say at this moment right now, I have to say goodbye to my dog. My little Rosie. I've had for 7 years. And because I have to, yesterday, I have to, because it's not a life for her and she's got brain damage. And she's got a tumor. And I have medicine to help her. There's no quality of life. She can't go to a pee pad. I can't take her outside, it's too much.
You did what was
and I
best
have
for
to
her.
make peace with it now because she's made peace with it. And I have to make peace with it. I have to say goodbye to her today.
Today.
I can hold on for another 2 more days to be able to say, thank God she had a great summer last year. You know, she had a great summer. I gave her a beautiful summer. She had the best summer ever. And now I just have to say, I can let her go now.
Mm.
And she will always be in my heart, and I will always have her. Yeah, I understand. I understand of letting go now. That you have no control over. And
She
I
may
know
be
I had to
going.
experience this because only God knows.
She may be going, Nikki, but her love for you is never gone.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know this,
Mm.
but it's still hard.
It is hard.
I don't understand.
Mm.
Till you
Mm.
have her in your arms 24/7
Mm.
and look at her and say, I love you so much.
I love you and I'm with you, Nikki.
Yeah, so yeah, I had to acknowledge this now.
Like you say, Nikki, it's true love because you're doing what's best for her, not what's best
Yeah,
for
I
you.
can't, it's suffering, but she's not suffering because I made sure of that. So you know what I mean? But it's not a quality of life for her to live. And that's why they don't want to say it to me, because it's, yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's, I don't know when she's gonna go. You understand? So it's not for me to be in that position to think that I had now Rosie, because I don't have Rosie. And yeah, she hears my voice and I speak to her and I speak into her body. And but there's not there. She's not there. She's gone.
Mm.
So I have to surrender herself.
And that's love, to surrender her. That's true love, to surrender her.
And I'm, yeah. So I just want to say that that's what life is, you know, what you explained, Sandra.
Mm.
And that's what I say about purpose. Life can change on you.
Mm.
Life does change, but doesn't mean you that what you had in your heart from the beginning of serving others, you will continue serving because that's your purpose.
Mm.
And that's it. There's nothing to add on to that. Then you know that, and that's what life is going to throw us. They throw us these curveballs, you know. They take away things that you really love. But you got to just know the lesson with that, and just know that it's going to be okay. Because that is life. Life and death is in the power of your tongue. But I pray that you speak life, life in abundance,
Mm.
and let it breathe through you.
Mm. Nikki, she came and did her job for you. She expanded your heart for love. She
Exactly, yeah.
expanded you.
She
She
taught
expanded.
you, yeah, she
Mm-hmm.
taught you unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
She brought you through the lonely days when you didn't have anybody else but her and Bounce.
Mm-hmm. Or how to
These
love.
7 years have been hard. These 7 years have been really hard. But I think it's cycle's gone now. That cycle's gone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I honor it. I honor her life. I honor your life.
Mm-hmm.
As I that it's real, you know.
Yeah, it is real.
It's really real. And yeah, so yeah, I hear that. Mm. You move differently when you begin to see that the unknown holds possible. Sorry, excuse me. Let me repeat that. You move differently when you begin to see that the unknown holds positive outcomes too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, how I want to be able to be treated and how I want to be spoken to is how I want to speak to others. I know I can't fix anything anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I tried my whole life to fix myself and others
Mm-hmm.
We're not
because
here
I
to
just
fix.
wanted them to be happy and healthy
Mm-hmm.
and just be happy and grateful.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why that it brings up that my mother could never be happy. And I always said to her, can't you see I'm here? Can't you just be happy for me? Can't you just be happy because you gave birth to me? You know what I mean? So can't you just be happy that you got me? And you got 4 other daughters, yeah. And she died lonely. And I don't understand. How can you die lonely when you had 5 daughters that were so good to you? Trying to prove to you how much love they have for you because you never loved yourself.
She did her best.
No, forget about being the best now. Yes, she did her best, and I don't condemn her. This is not a putting her down.
No.
This is about feeling the worthiness of being.
Mm-hmm.
Your life is precious.
Mm-hmm.
Your life is precious. It's a gift. I always said to her, choose life. Just choose life, man. Can't you just choose life for once and for all? Choose life. You say you go to church, right? You go to church freaking every Sunday. Have freaking cell group on Wednesday, right? And that's what St. John says. They don't emulate. They don't follow through. It's all for show. It was all for the show to impress other people.
He had a
But
wounded
in our
heart.
house, we didn't live a godly what they were preaching. So it was very confusing till I decided who is God for me. I want
Mm-hmm.
God for myself here. I want to know who God
Yes.
is for me. I'm going to my church. And when I stood up for that, oh my God, I thought I was going to be condemned to hell.
Mm-hmm.
I was called names like you cannot believe. But I said, no. I'm going to find my church now. Because the
Good
God
for you.
I don't experience God in this house. There's no way.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided I'm going to find God. I'm going to find my own church. And I did. And I became a member of Assemblies of God.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went into church, I could feel it. Like you said the other day, the church is to sing, baby. We sing. Gang, I could feel it. I could sense, whoa, this is a place I want to be in, hey? I became friends with people in the church.
Yes.
The same people that were in the church is the same people that I went out for lunch with. They came to me. I came to them. We gathered. spend time together. It was the flow. I thought, whoa. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you got to, there's all these things that come up and you're not going to know. But when they come up, you just address it. Because that's the beauty of coming into this awareness, of making some sort of idea of why you want to choose, So yeah. And my mom passed away also on the 7th, as you know, and I fasted now, Sandrell.
Oh.
I will break my fast today. But I fasted. And it was hard. Because I grew up with no food. You know what I mean? Food was scarce. But the one thing she could do for me was make food. And who would have known that's my love language? The one thing that she did out of everything, she made me food. She cooked for me. And that I knew that was her love for me. That was a love that she knew she was good at. And she did give me her best. She gave me more than enough. She kept my belly full when we had nothing. When we didn't know how we're going to get food the next day, how we're going to pay the rent. Think about it. Think about it. You got to go there. You got to be there to know it. To go to bed hungry. Think about that one. So I know she loved me. I know she gave me the best. Yeah.
Yes.
And just like Ian said, compassion he got from his father. I got love from my mother. Yeah. I got love from my mother. And who would have known? But I think she knew, because when I ate her food, I sat at the table and she sat with me. Isn't that interesting?
Yes, I love it.
Isn't that interesting? You get me?
Yeah.
And she used to watch me eat.
Yes.
And I looked at her and said, Mommy, this is delicious. And she'll go, that's good.
Yeah.
But don't eat your sister's food. That's all I'm asking you. Because I used to go into my sister's food. Please don't eat your sister's food because that's her food. Just eat your food. Don't eat your sister's food because she's coming home now. Okay? I said, okay.
No, that tender moment of her.
But that tender moment, yeah. There
sitting
was that
at the
tender,
table with you.
Sitting at the present.
And watching
very
you
present. And watching
eat and partake of what she labored for.
What she labored.
To provide and to cook. And it was it was good to you. It was good.
It was not only good, it was filled me up. It filled me up from my top of my head to the soles of my feet.
Because
it gave me the strength to get through every single day in chaos. With the violence. Interacting with each other. We weren't gentle. There was no gentleness.
That was gentleness there.
But that was gentle.
Space.
That's gentle. I mean, you get to know these things. So whatever is being suppressed, it's going to come up. But it takes a lot of courage to allow that to come up and feel that again. Because I didn't allow myself to feel. You follow? I didn't allow myself to feel.
Yeah.
It's too painful.
I'm reflecting on the mother's love.
The mother's love.
When I prepare food and I sit it at the table, for my children. And the last one that was over was my son. And I knew the intention of which I had prepared that food. And I said, oh, my son would love this. He's coming by. And I made, hand mixed and turkey burgers and made sure I fixed it because he can't have much sodium. So I make sure that I don't use any salt and use different herbs and flavorings. And I cooked each one, and I had certain buns that I had for it. And I had avocado, and I had lettuce, and I had cherry tomatoes sliced very thinly. And I had 2 types of cheeses, and I stacked the bun up, and I wrapped it, and I folded it. And I knew he'd be by later that evening. And I made 2 of them.
Delicious.
Because if he wants one, he's gonna
maybe have another.
finish it. He'll at least have another one to go through. And I know the love and the thought that I put into even wrapping it so it had air and breath between the wrapping and the burger, so it wouldn't squish it. And so he has air fryer, so he could just unfold it gently and open it up and take the bun off and let the air fryer warm it back up for him. And and it was nothing to think of these things in this way, but just thinking of what I was doing for him. And so I knew that he would sit and savor that burger, and one at a time. And thinking of your mother having prepared that food and sat it down at the table, and it was so enjoyable for her. Like the massages I gave yesterday, to give and to receive, that was her massage into your heart, to give you that food and to know that it was satisfying your taste buds, and it was nurturing your body, and it was making your mind just have pleasant happiness moments that even after all these years now you reflect on the bountifulness of love that you're still receiving from that meal that she cooked for you. And when you say that, she cooked for me, she prepared for me, and that you got all of that, and you're still feasting off of that meal that she cooked for you. And I enjoy that. I enjoy hearing that, because it makes me hear from the other side that the joy that just flows in me to prepare for my children, that even after days and even years, that it can still flow. Yeah, not questioning it, wasn't anticipating it, don't even need it to happen, but it does. I want my children to feel me when I have translated into another realm. I want them to be able to feel me when, as they're miles away, as though I'm right there, because that's where they need me, whether I can be there physically or not. That's omnipotence. That's omnipresence. That is love. It has no end. It's not even bound. So even though you're grieving, like today, what comes in? That food, that preparation, that love. You're getting that love from your mother, even in your moments of grieving, of knowing you've got to let your precious one go. And it's not like it's taken away. You actually have to engage in the act of it. Your mother's love, the best of her love, the depth of her love, is still here. It's still living. It's still vibrant. And when you went from one subject to the other subject, I was like, this thing is flowing. Where's it going? It's going in to one love. You have comfort around you and angels that aspire to be a part of everything good you're doing. And all of us here, we are feasting off of even your mother's love. Your mother's love. As funky and as chopped up and as anguished and as all of that, like a oyster, how rough that shell is, but inside,
sticky.
the mother's love.
Yeah.
I wanted to give you this little ditty, and I think my battery's about to
Thank you for
die.
that. I really appreciate that, because that is what it is.
I'll see if this
That's
tunes
really
up.
what it is. Soul
Yes.
food.
It was the art she created with her heart.
That's right. And she was an artist, by the way. Just so you know.
See, yes, yes.
My mother was an artist. Can I just tell you about my mother?
Yes.
My mother was an artist. She loved and wrote poetry. She could draw beautifully. And she was very artistic with making things look very pretty in the house. Her pot plants and all the little things. She was feminine, very feminine woman. Tough, but feminine. There was a softness about her that when it was soft, it was like, yeah, you could put your head on her lap. You could come close to her and just smell her. She always smelled so beautiful. There was a sweet aroma about my mother. She had this sweet smell. And I asked her one day, what is that, Mommy, you wearing? She says, I'm not wearing anything. I said, wow. Yeah. She was unique. Yeah, she was really unique, very special. And did things very fast. Everything had to be very fast. Clean the house fast, cook fast, go to the store fast, in and out, in and out. Yeah, and so
Yeah, I got 5 kids too.
wow. Wow.
Yeah. So you had to be fast.
Yeah, she had to be fast. That's it.
I know.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah. Yeah, she had to be fast. She had to fast. She had to do things. She had a lot. And then you realize later on when you become a mother, and you're only a mother of one, and you realize, whoa, how about having another 4 of them running around in diapers? Because it was one back to back. My sister's eldest is 2 years, and then the eldest, and then 2 years younger, 1 year younger, then me 2-3 years younger, and then at the bottom 4 years younger. The gaps, So she had babies in diapers. When she had me, she still had babies in diapers.
So from the oldest to the youngest, how many years? From the oldest to the youngest, how many years is it between?
Well, like I said, the eldest is that age, and then it's 2 years. And my sister Debbie. And then a year difference is Merle. And then me, 2 years difference with my third older sister. And then me and my younger sister is 4 years.
So I hear 9. The spread is 9.
9 years. Okay. We got ours in 10 years, 5 kids. So there's a lot to take care of. But it's a gift.
But when it comes to the food, it takes the same amount of love, so it takes the same time. It doesn't matter if you're cooking for 1 or for 5. It takes just as long to cook the potatoes as it normally does. So that's why you say we always made that with love. It was the time it was gonna take. It takes that time.
Yeah. And this just came up now. So I don't even know why it came up. It just come up. I'm just going with what's coming up. So yeah, I'm not here to make sense of anything anymore. To be very honest with you, I just want to be. I've had enough. I really had enough. It's enough now. The gift that she's given me, I have to honor that. The gift that I have to say goodbye to her, I have to honor that too.
It's not goodbye. It's see you.
Yes, I understand that. But what the contrast of having to know about what is negative and positive and what is the shift of the light and the shadow work that we got to face constantly and make peace with everything. That's what I'm saying. You got to have peace.
Yeah, Nikki, I'm gonna have to, and everyone, I'm gonna have to leave in a few minutes. But I wanted to offer you this. Are you going today to take care of what you have to do, or are you gonna go for a few days?
No, the decision was now while I was on the session. The decision I made because I've been with her now for the solid, week or so. But yesterday, it was just her and I stayed with her completely with her. And with Bouncy, I explained to her what's happening because Bouncy doesn't understand because she can't play, she can't jump, she can't do anything. So it's also hard for Bouncy, her other dog, my other girl. So as I'm sitting on the session, I realized I have to make a decision.
Okay. All right.
I was given a decision. But I just said, no, please wait a minute. I gotta have time, And it's not selfish because
you're processing.
I'm grateful that I can just have this time with her.
Okay. Well,
because I couldn't be with my mother either. I just want you to know that one. I couldn't be with my mother when she passed away. So this is a time that I'm bringing, and I don't know why. I do know, but it's just having my mother here now and saying, you know what? I'm not doing this alone. I'm not doing this alone because she's here with me.
Right.
I know this much. She's here with me. And now I can say goodbye.
Well, let me offer this to you. It just came to me, so I'll share. When the angels come, I will give homage for this celebration one, crossing over through. I appreciate that I've walked this mile with you. Ooh. When the angels come, I will give homage for the celebration one, crossing over through. Crossing over through. I appreciate that I've lived this mile of life with you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let your soul be soothed that they're crossing over through. Always with you. The spirits arise anew. They all have crossed over through with you. Crossing over through. The celebration's new. Always giving you comfort a way you've never knew. Crossing over through. The end is still new. Let us celebrate the crossing over through. Love you, sweetheart.
That was beautiful, Cinderella.
Thanks,
Thank you
Sandra.
so
That
much,
was
Cinderella.
beautiful. That really calmed me, and yeah, it just calmed me down. I guess, not guess, it just calmed me now. I can feel I'm calm.
Big
I'm calm.
love to you. Big
I-
love to you.
I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I needed that, to be honest. I really needed that. So really, thank you. Yeah, I'm calm. It's good. Thanks. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. And you all as well.
You.
Peace and love.
That's the day,
Thank
Cinderella.
you. Thank
Bye,
you.
Sandro.
Bye, Sandra.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you again.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace. Peace go with you, Nikki.
Yeah, thanks, Jesse. Yeah. A lot of things came up, like she said. Like, I understand that when a lot of things come up and it's just so much to take in, there's so much happening. You don't know where to even start. You don't even know how to begin. It's just, I guess that's what I asked, and I'm receiving what I've asked for. So, and that is to experience it all. So that's what I'm experiencing. Because I thought, am I just doomed for adversity? Am I just doomed to not? Am I just? But I understand.
You're not doomed, Nikki. You're blessed that she was with you.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of mix. It's a mix, but it's okay because there's a lot of unpacking happening now, and a lot of unpacking things are happening in me. Meaning big shifts of change. It's a big shift.
It's a lot to digest.
Yeah, so it's, oh my God. Once you make that decision.
You're preparing for the next step. You're doing the great work, Nikki.
This is definitely work, all right. Gotta trust the process. And I'm glad I took videos because a couple of weeks, 2 weeks ago, we were lying in the bed and she was wanting to be playful. So she came around my neck, behind the pillow around my neck. And I took a video and I was taking video of her and me. And she was so playful.
And then I
And
just
those
had
are the
to,
memories you shall remember, not this day. This is not the one you're going to think about when you think about. You'll remember the good times.
oh, absolutely. I mean, I got her when it was my birthday. She's my birthday gift. I got her on my birthday. I bought her for my gift to myself. She was my gift.
Great gift.
And guess what? She was with her brother. And her brother and her were fighting. And I looked at her and I said, oh, you a fighter, aren't you? She looked at me and said, yep. I took her out of the cage and I put her in a pen. And once I put her down, I knew she was mine. I'm taking her home. She won my heart. And I was shaking. I was so excited. And I said, what am I going to call you? And my son Charles says, Mummy, we're going to call her Rosie. I said, that's the perfect name for her, Rosie. And I can't help thinking how profound that is, because my dad was a rose to me. And when he died, I said, Daddy, you got no more thorns. Your pain is over. You are just love. And thank you for introducing me. At that time, Jesus, thank you. I did say thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts.
And she's thankful for you picking her up and choosing her.
Yes.
For the love you two been sharing for the past 7 years.
Yes.
Those are the things she's taking with her.
Yes. Yes. Honestly, I actually didn't know how I was going to get through this one, but I guess I'm through it now.
It's
I've
always
allowed
tough
myself to. Yeah, I allowed it.
our companions, because our companions are pure love.
I think that's why people heal around dogs, because they are unconditional love, like Cheese Word is. They're unconditional love.
They've never been taught no,
Yeah.
no, no.
Yeah.
So, yes, yes, yes. Happy, happy, happy. Joy, joy,
Yeah.
joy. They're like an eternal child.
I'm very grateful for the now. I'm only, I'm really grateful for this now moment, every now moment now. It's one thing planning, but plans change. You can plan all you want and changes can come right under your, straight under, like that. You have all your plans set out and then it just falls apart. And you can, like Sandra says, you can miss it if you're not conscious enough of your unconscious. But feeling was a big thing for me. Mm. But I can allow it to come through and let it go. Because she's a symbol of compassion. She's a symbol of love, of beauty, of playful. She was always the same every day. Mm. And then you got my sister in South Africa, lost her husband and wasn't prepared. Just like that, he's gone. Just gone. Heart attack. Boom. She wasn't with him. She had to get a phone call from a stranger and say, your husband, Wayne Martin's dead. Just like that. Nothing else she heard. And then you think to yourself, wow. I was with him for 26 years, Got a beautiful boy. His birthday's coming up now on the 17th of August, 16th of August. He's going to turn 10. And he's got to go through life without having a father. Other fathers, obviously, father figures, hopefully in school, you'll get a good coach, get a good teacher, you'll get a good mentor. To be guided. It's just a little boy that needs a father. Mm.
Are you okay, Nikki?
Yes, I am actually.
Yeah. For me, what helped me through being orphan and it's all this can say thank you, gratitude for all the moments of small moments, of joy or smiling face or giggling. Or, yeah. Keeping thanks for the small thing.
Mm.
It wasn't easy for me either, but yeah, it took me time to get over it, to get through it.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful for being here today and this group.
Me too. I'm also grateful. Very grateful. I was
Thank
trying to do it alone. That's the thing. I was trying to do it
The
alone.
beautiful thing is we got to share,
Mm,
appreciate sharing your story
mm,
and all learn from it.
mm. Trying to distract myself yesterday with so many things, dancing, and then I was reading, and then because I was staying inside, staying with her, and then just
You're doing
yeah,
the right
just
thing. You're being present now instead of
yeah,
distracting yourself. Distracting is just denying.
yeah,
While this is being present, so you're enjoying. Not that I'm saying it's enjoyable to cry, but it actually helps the heart get all
yeah,
that suffering relief. Not
yeah,
that
because
the,
I don't choose.
the pain
Yeah,
doesn't go away, but the suffering does. You're suffering
yes,
when you're
there's it,
denying yourself.
there's it, there's it. And I say there's it
Both.
because I've heard myself say it many times, there's it, but it is. It's my conscious saying, there's it. Can you see that? There's it. It's like, there's it. It's registering, It's like, I'm getting it. Finally, I'm
You're
getting
allowing.
it.
You're allowing.
I'm finally getting it. I'm finally getting it. It's finally happening. It's just.
It's hard.
It's so. No more suffering. The pain's going to be there, but no more suffering. No more suffering.
Just enjoy the time you have with Rosie now.
Yes. Yeah. That, like, I'm sitting next to her, right? So this is very hard. And I'm talking to her as I'm talking to you,
And I bet Rosie didn't want you to cry. You said, "What wrong,
No,
Mama?"
she lifts her head up. She lifts her head up when she hears me cry. And then she
Yeah.
goes back. And I know, and she knows.
Yep.
We've made peace. And it doesn't have to be understood. But it's peace within. I've made peace with my past. I've made peace with my father and my mother. And when Ian spoke about his father, it was very, very, it was tears coming down my eyes because I just thought, wow, I resonate. I know that. But there was something in me that was still not letting go of that. And I think it's finally come to this depth that it's a death. I died to it now. I understand what dying to the flesh means and rising up in the spirit. I understand now. I understand now. There's no more. And now
So yeah, I'll be surrounded by friends on this call, and I'll be surrounded by my friend when I get off this call, because I know who's coming to me. It's Karina and Christoph, her dog. It's a Maltese. Yeah. Yeah.
She's going to be there to listen to your heart and be
I
a
don't think
shoulder to
she's going to
cry on.
listen. No, there's no crying of the shoulder or listening here. I don't think that's going to be like that. What's going to be like that is that we're going to love on Rosie. She's going to love on Rosie. I know this much. And she's going to just be here because she's my friend. And she loves me. And she loves Rosie. And when Rosie died the first time, she was holding Rosie's head. And Rosie's come to me now. She's put her head, she's turned around and she's facing me now. Can you understand this? She had her back towards me and she was facing down. She's turned around. She's put her head on the pillow and she's looking at me. She says her job is done, yeah. I came here for this reason, Nikki. Everything I thought I was lacking, I've got it now. So we will, just be Karina and I together and have a cup of tea and we'll just hang out for a while. That's support. There's sure nothing she can do, and there's nothing I can do. And celebrate Rosie's life.
Talk about all the great times you had, Rosie.
Yeah. I think that's a little sensitive now for me. I just want to be here with her now. Just acknowledge it. It's also hard because I have to also feel the feeling that as much as I made the decision for her to go, she's not going to be here. I'm never going to see her again. Never going to be able to
you had that great
kiss her.
video you took the other day.
No, this is my feelings. No, I've got to acknowledge that. Her absence is not going to be here. She's not going to be here anymore. When I wake up, she's not going to wake up with me. When I go to bed, she's not coming to bed with me. She will be in my heart, of course. And I'll have memories and pictures of her, videos of her, of course. That's what I'm saying. I've got to be ready for her absence. And you know what absence does? Absence grows the heart fond. So I will always have her. She'll never leave me. I will always remember her. And she knows that. Yeah, man. She knows that. That's what matters.
Okay. Yeah, so thank you. Thank you. It's good.
Thank you. Sharing your experience, your day, the presence as it is. Only through it, is where we release it.
And what I also like with that, and I thank you, Jesse, that really means a lot to me. So thanks a lot. I appreciate it. But also what I realized that it's not what's inside. It's when I can explain it like this, it's important to let it out, because what you let inside stay, it will create disease. So it's important to let it out. Just speak it out. Yeah. And allowing it to stay in your body. It's just, yeah. So that is what I feel in my heart, this morning. I can't allow this to stay in my body. You follow? So to release it out and let it go.
Yep.
So I hope this is not selfish of me, but I have my friend come now, and I have another person in the home now that's come in. So hi, Puma. I not have to, but I want to thank you. It feels like, you were very patient.
Yeah.
Very patient with me.
One to the other. It's good that you got further support. Yeah.
Yeah, and you see, Bouncy's gonna go out now. Bouncy's very excited. She's barking. So blessings, and I thank you here. Thank you very much for your patience this morning. Thank you for your compassion. It means a lot. A lot. I don't think I'll get through this. Now I can. So cheers.
Nikki.
I love you. Much
Bye,
love
Nikki.
there.
Love you.
Cheers.
Love you.
Bye all. Thank you for
Bye
your
all.
support. Yeah.
Take
Till
care.
next time. Yeah, you guys, next time.
Yeah.
Bye-bye,
Take
guys.
care.
you,
all.
Jesse.
Have a blessed day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Yes. Bye all.